to the PNC Live Studio. I was going to say PNC Live Studio at KINK, but I got my friend Jake Bryan here from The Bull as well.
Oh, that was nice.
You love his Crocs. Jake is known for his Crocs. So welcome to the PNC. How many new people here in the PNC? A lot.
Oh, look
awesome.
At that.
So I recognize some of the students from Benson High School. Exactly. They work at the radio station there. So I was telling them about this studio, and I'm so glad that they could make it. So glad you could make it as well. If you follow The Bull, if you follow KINK, if you follow the PNC Live Studio on social media, you'll see all these shows that are coming up. Sign up, be in the audience. It's a great venue. It's one of my favorite places to see live music in town. So welcome. So house rules for those of you who have never been here before. Common sense. Turn the volume off your phone. Make sure the ringer's off, all that kind of good stuff. Yes, Jake, you've got time. Just in case someone calls you with a weird ring, you don't want to be embarrassed for the person next to you. So do that. Also turn off your flash. It can be kind of distracting for the artist up on stage. No talking, obviously, during the show because you want everyone to be able to enjoy it. Feel free to take photos, to take videos. You can post them on socials. Tag PNC, tag The Bull, tag KINK. We love it. And welcome. We'd love to see you here again. And what else?
I think you did it.
I think I did it. I've done this a few times. Yeah. So this is the reason why we're both up here together is this is a co-hosting show. So I'm usually here with KINK, and it's fun to be here with Jake as well.
It's a little bit of a custody battle today over this artist.
It is. But Jake and I, luckily, are on good terms.
Yeah.
So we've decided...
It's amenable.
It is. We've decided to share the duties.
Yeah.
We're going to bring Max out in just a second or less than that. So we'll get out of the way and have a great time.
Friends and family, give it up for Max McNown!
Thank you so much. There's a lot more people in here than I was expecting. I love intimate settings like this. It reminds me of when I was street performing. And when I was doing that over in Bend, Oregon, I always started off with the song I was most comfortable with, my comfort song. And so I'm actually going to play a cover first. It's called Lady May by Tyler Childers. Stone's throw from the mill, and I'm gonna walk to the river. When my working day's over, we'll go swim our cares away. So put your toes down in the water and a smile across your face, and tell me that you love me, lovely Lady May. Now the sharpest chisel that your hands have ever held, but darling, I could love you well till the roll is called on high. And I seen my share of trouble, and I held my weight in shame, but I'm baptized in your name. As it waltzes o'er the leaves, it's been a rushing through my timber till your love brought on the spring. Now the mountains are blushing, and they don't know what to say, except a good long line of praises for my lovely Lady May. Now I ain't the toughest hickory that your axe has ever felt, but I'm a hickory just as well. I'm a hickory all the same. I came crashing through the forest as you cut my roots away, and I fell a good long way for my lovely Lady May. It's incredible. I've been listening to this guy on my way to Lake Oswego High School back when I was younger. It's pretty amazing to be here talking to him now, I gotta say.
I didn't know that. Since I became aware of you a few months ago from my friend Courtney, by the way, right here. She sent me the information on you, and I was like, he's from Bend. I was like, oh, amazing, he's from Bend. But that's not totally true. Bend is one of your homes, but what's the timeline of your life?
Man, Bend briefly, mostly West Lynn. Growing up, West Lynn, Oregon. I'm not sure how many of y'all know. They say 20 minutes south? Yeah?
Where's our Clackamas County people? Yeah. There's some...
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so mostly West Lynn. Bend for middle school for a little while, and then back to West Lynn. I went to Lake Oswego High School, and then I went back to Bend before moving to Nashville, where I am now. So I kind of claim several cities as my hometown, but the important thing is my home state is Oregon.
Right, or born and raised, right?
Born and raised.
This is my people right here, and I'm so happy that you're like getting some national credit here, because like the list of people who are famous and successful from Oregon is vanishingly small. I don't know if you guys realize this. I just saw, like, you know, one of those maps online where it says, like, the most famous act from each state. That's the most famous act from Oregon.
My Oregonian of choice is Matt Carney. Does anybody know Matt Carney?
Hey, Matt Carney.
Okay.
There's a significant number of people who don't even know how to say his last name. A great act. He's great. But I'm saying that the ladder to the top is very short. So we all need to get behind this man right here. He could not only be one of the forefathers of music in Oregon, but the godfather of music in Oregon, with very little effort from all of us, right? All right. We're going to do our part as radio stations, both 98.7 The Bold and 101 KINK. They can do it. We can get them to the top with little effort. Y'all on board?
I'll try to represent us well.
You'll do the hard work?
I'll do all of it, yeah.
I already love this
you just put my voice on the radio, and I'll do the rest.
We'll do our part, and you just do yours. So let's talk about it a little bit. So you're in Nashville, but you moved there, what, about a year ago-ish?
Yeah, not even. Maybe 9 months.
And you haven't even spent that much time.
No. In music or in Nashville?
In Nashville.
Yeah, not much at all. 2 weeks after I moved to Nashville, I went on my first opening tour. So from there, I was gone for 35 days, and then I got back for, I believe, 8, and then I was gone again for another 17. And so the months have been, I'd say probably 40 to 30% of my time in Nashville has been spent in Nashville. It's been a crazy ride.
Right. And so you're not like talking funny or anything like that.
No, not yet. My mom notices a few things. Like,
what have you picked up?
I can't even like say which words I've learned to say differently. It's just like when you're surrounded by people with country accents, you sometimes it slips through. Right. And so my mom will be like, you just said that like a Nashville person. Nashvilleian. Yeah. I don't notice it, but she does.
Right. I notice, like the culture of Oregon versus Nashville. I call this, I'm going to be taking, just so you know, Oregon people, I'm going to be taking a lot of shots at Nashville people here, just because we're amongst our people here, and I don't get to do this very often. But I call it the bless your heart culture, where they're polite out here, but down deep, you know, it's a different kind of thing. They wear a lot of masks in the Bible.
You can't quote me on that.
No.
That's not me saying that. That is him saying that.
Turn the cameras off for just a second.
I live there.
Yeah. He's trying to make roads. How are they treating you, I guess is what I'm getting at.
Good. I actually just recently moved to Franklin, which is just south of Nashville. And that's a beautiful, beautiful place. It's kind of, when I'm home from tour, I don't really want to be in the heart of everything. I want to be alone, probably playing video games or sleeping. And so, I moved down to Franklin. It's just kind of a detached, comfort area that I really, really enjoy. So, but Nashville served me wonderfully. I lived in West Nashville for about 8 months, and then just this last month I moved. So,
and there's a lot of hustle culture there. Like, you really need to be working the circuit.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot. I remember, I always tell this story when I was deciding. For a brief moment, I moved to California when I turned 21. And I didn't last long there. But I started street performing there, and I started to enter into the music space. And when I was deciding where to go after California when I couldn't afford it, I was choosing between Bend, Oregon or Nashville. And when I visited Nashville for the first time, I went to Broadway, and I promise you I would have quit music if I would have gone there before I went to Bend, because I had to hone in my own brand, my Oregon home. I had to start there because there's so many amazing talents over there, and they're on every corner. Every waiter and waitress is more talented than you are. so I think I would have quit if I would have moved to Nashville right then. But thankfully, because I was able to channel that Oregon home, I feel I was able to brand myself and my music and sing from the heart. So I think that made a huge difference.
I think this is so fun that you're here, particularly in front of this audience, because this, as you've noticed, and it's not something we do very often here, but this is a co-show, so it's 98.7 The Bolt, but we also have Kink listeners here because both stations are playing you. And there's a dynamic there because your music doesn't neatly fit into either category, and I think it's not something that we want to, like, pigeonhole you in, and I know you feel the same way. It's not necessarily, if you had to label yourself, you wouldn't do it unless you were forced to.
I always talk about the people that influenced me. Whenever I get that question, it's always, who influenced me. So, Matt Carney, Jack Johnson, John Foreman, Ray LaMontagne, Noah Kahn, Zach Bryan, Tyler Childers. I just list all the different people that have influenced my music, because I don't walk into, a room, or I don't sit down and want to write a song and think, what am I trying to fit this into? What genre am I singing for? And I think I was raised on a lot of country music, and then in high school, obviously, you guys, the music you were playing, and so I think that's where kind of the country sound comes from in a lot of my songs. My dad grew up in a ranch community in Hollister, California, so country is what I was raised on, and then kind of Oregon folk music is kind of the blend, I would say.
Oregon folk.
Yeah.
This is good to see the godfather of Oregon folk right here. And that's forgive me if this gets a little deep, but that's going to be like frustrating for a lot of fans, for us to not be able to have the vocab to figure out what to put you in. Like, and particularly from those of us in our business, like, we're a country music station, and we're a hard country music station. And so we want to, like, label you as country, even though that's not what you want to do. It's in our our best interest to put you there.
Yeah.
And if we're going to hand you a CMA, we want you to go, like, thank you for this country music award.
Yeah. Well, I never. It's a two-way street. I both don't claim to be one genre, but I also don't claim that I'm not a genre, because I believe that it's both dependent on the song, and just the genres I think you can be in several at once. Yeah. And so that's kind of where I feel like I fit.
And I think it's lucky that you are coming up at a time where you can do it. You can blaze a trail up the middle. In the old days, you would have never made it.
No, never.
Had to pick a lane.
No, the country, and like the country I was listening to in high school was very different than the country now. The country I was raised on is different than the country now, because it's not in a bad way or good way. It's just larger. There's country adjacent. There's, like, I see Noah Kahn on country lists, and I'm like, I guess he's country, but I think that there have been people that have blazed the trail for me, and so I think without them, without the Zach Bryans and the Noah Kahns, the kind of like nebulous country space that has opened up, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing.
And speaking of that, like, those people who find you on social media and stuff, I know your social media has been a great tool for you getting your music out. How do you manage it? How do you make sure that you aren't spending all your time doing this? Like, what's the mechanism? How do you stop?
It was very difficult for a while.
Yeah.
I didn't stop, because you think it's just only a good thing, and you learn that kind of too much of anything can be a bad thing, and one negative comment can wipe your brain of 100 good comments.
You're so vulnerable.
Yeah. When you're writing honest and emotional songs, you kind of put yourself out there as a target, and so you get a lot of comments that might seem pretty personal for someone that doesn't know who you are, but it's because you release personal music, So definitely just my girlfriend in Kentucky helps me post, and then we just, neither of us even look at the post. We're just like, all right, if it does good, it does good. If it does bad, it does bad, but let's not let it dominate our mental for the next few days.
Okay, so let's make a deal. For those of us who are in the audience here, your job is to do the posts. The comment section, that's our job, all right? We got to get up there. We got to come to fight. If somebody starts picking on them, that's our job.
In fact, the more fights you start in my
Now, let's hear it.
This was the first song that I released. I would consider it the song that kind of started it all. It's called Freezing in November, and I released it with a coworker. I was working at Starbucks, and I released it with a coworker, and it, like I said, started everything. It just kind of, it grew, and I realized that there might be something to this whole music thing after I put this song out. Can a world be crushed while another goes on? How can good old friends pass away too young? How can one door open as another stays closed? How can good get beat when it felt so close? And I don't know how to feel about the winter, 'cause I'm told it gets warm after December. There's a reason for everything, so I've been told that the Lord's got a plan even when it gets cold. But through this tear-stained face, it's hard to see how the good God above is trying to use me. Yeah, and I don't know how to feel about the winter, but I get told it gets warm after December. And I'm not sure if I trust what I remember when I'm sitting here alone, freezing in November. I'm just sitting here alone, freezing in November. Thank you so much. All right, this next song is it's called "Worry About My Wandering." And whenever I'm on tour, I always say I wrote this song for my mom back in Oregon, but now I'm here. So I don't now, like, the thing that I always say, I guess I wrote this song for my mom that's here, not right here, not here right now, but back in Westland. Worry about my wandering. And I actually wrote this song when I was staying in hotels in Nashville for 40 days straight, just burning out and staring at a ceiling for, feeling like I was missing home and missing my family, and that's what this one's about. Haven't gone to church much like I ought to. Done some things that wouldn't make you proud. I know I haven't had the chance to call you. The thoughts inside my head have been too loud. I wonder if I turned out how you wanted. I wonder if it keeps you up at night. I wonder if you worry about my wandering, 'cause I can't help but worry all the time. I met a girl who made me want to slow down. She's everything I never thought I'd need. How am I supposed to tell her I don't know how to stay when I know I was born to leave? I wonder if I turned out how you wanted. I wonder if it keeps you up at night. I wonder I can't help but worry all the time. Couldn't even tell you where to find me. I'm waiting on that somewhere sun to rise. You probably wouldn't even recognize me, 'cause I don't recognize myself sometimes. I wonder if I turned out how you want it. I wonder if it keeps you up at night. I wonder if you worry about my wandering, 'cause I can't help but worry all the time. Thank you so much. I think I'll go one more for y'all. It's called A Lot More Free. And this song absolutely changed my life. This last year has been unbelievable. On its year birthday, it went viral. So it had already been out for a year. And then it just happened to take off. And like I said, just absolutely changed my life. It's reached more hearts than I could have ever prayed for. And it's just pretty surreal just to be here singing it. So I'm just super grateful. These things can be tough to use sometimes, so if I whiff a harmonica, just look away for a second while I adjust. Leaves start falling when the cold wind blows. They soon get covered by the winter snow. The birds start singing when the spring rolls round. Flowers blooming through the thawing ground. Somebody and the love grows cold. The sun starts shining when you let it all go. There's a certain kind of hurting only time can heal. That's a pretty good picture of the way I feel. 'Cause I'm a little bit hurt, toll on me. And for what it's worth, I can finally see that I'm a little bit hurt, but a lot more free. Yeah, I'm a little bit hurt, but a lot more free. From this mountain I can see so far. Rivers running like deep, deep scars, carrying the light
Keep it loud for Max McNown! I've never seen an artist with the balls to whistle on stage. It's very hard to do. Very hard to do. That was very impressive. Max, do you mind hanging out and meeting everybody?
I would love to. I'd love to shake every single hand.
Awesome, awesome. Let's make some more noise for him in the PNC Live Studio.
Should I head back and come back up? All right. Thank you so much.
Let him take a break, go backstage for a couple minutes and take a thing. For you guys, we'd ask that you keep your seats for right now. We'll do this kind of an orderly fashion in the back there. For everybody down here, keep your seats. Everybody who's seated upstairs, keep your seats. Everybody else, the staff of the PNC Live Studio here will get you organized in a line back there, and we'll do it in the back. If you've never been here before, we do run you through pretty quick. Once you've taken your photo, you're free to go ahead and exit out. But in the meantime, like I said, please keep your seats. If you took any video, if you took any photos, hashtag PNC Live Studio, hashtag 98.7 The Bull, hashtag, I'm sorry, I should have known this before. What's Kink's stuff? What's your hashtags? What's Kink's hashtags? Somebody yell it out. Kink, what's your 101.9 Kink? 101.9. I know, all right? It's not my station. Kink at 101.9 KINK FM. Okay, thank you. Hit all those up. The more you post, the better for us. So thank you guys so much. And thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you.